So you are in for Summer Gadgets.
Summer Gadgets it is.
What do we got?
All right, let's jump into drones because I have been
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's just go into
Deep
a 10.
out of the pool quick.
Going into the 6-foot depth.
Yeah.
I have been fascinated with drone technology. I've been in production. I started my career in sports technology and sports production at SportsCenter.
Yeah.
And working behind the scenes, I am blown away by drone technology and how it's really leveling up, especially action sports, when it comes to surfing and skateboarding and skiing and just the different kind of aerial shots that you can get.
Yeah.
And you can imagine from the jump, I have a whole fleet of drones that I have in my studio, in my lab, and I am just a huge fan of the different kind of shot angles that you can get.
Katie looks like it's a battleship or an aircraft carrier where they all just take off.
Yeah, the neighbors are very probably concerned. FAA regulations, we got it covered. Don't worry. It's all legit.
Yeah.
So the lineup of drones that I like to go with. Well, first off, let me back up. Amazing drone shot, over 7.5 million views to date. Rory McIlroy, 18th hole practice shot it was at the Riviera Country Club. This drone took off. So when the ball took flight on this practice shot, from the second it was hit until it landed, 100-mile-per-hour drone got this epic shot of him. And it was just like one of those moments where we're like, okay, sports production has completely changed. And we see a lot of these shots now, and I want you to keep an eye out for it. But a lot of people are like, okay, that's great, but I don't need a 100-mile-per-hour drone. What can I do to bring to a consumer level? Big fan of the DJI lineup. Those are the ones that I've had since the jump. The DJI Mini 2, under $500, 4K video. It also has features like follow home. If you're stuck, you want to hit a button, it'll come right back to you. Incredible wind stability. You can throw that baby up. The ones that I have are a little bit more intense, but this is a great drone for beginners and just easy right out the box to be able to, you have that controller, you have that point of view where you see what is being filmed, what the photos are being taken, and great for anybody that's just trying to get really cool aerial technology. The stuff you see in great productions, but you maybe want to bring inside your home or just get to your kid's soccer game. You know, you want to get that overhead shot. You want to look professional. Take advantage of, but that's my favorite lineup. DJI.
8-year-old Little League the other day, you could have had a drone shot that looked like Rory McIlroy's drive.
I could have had the drone ump instead of me.
It's true.
Just hover across the top of home plate, call balls and strikes.
Right.
Don't you think it's really changed the game, though, in terms of production? I'm always looking for the next big thing and like how to level things up, and this is absolutely one of the ways.
There's been 2 shots, 2 camera angles or technologies that have changed how we view football and basketball, and that is the 4K, which makes players coming towards you or going by you look like a video game because the crowd is then blurred out behind them, and it's like, whoa. And then the drone shots, that overhead drone shot, that sweeping drone shot has changed how it looks to watch sports.
Well, in 4K, too. I remember when I was at the Consumer Electronics Show, is like a must-go-to for any techie person. You used to look at 4K TV and be like, those are so outside the range. Like, that's something you could never afford. And then they come down in price, just like any technology. Same thing with drones. They're affordable now. When they first came out, thousands and thousands of dollars. Now, again, we're talking about something that's under $500. It's going to give you professional quality. So, good place to be in the world of tech.
I like it. Okay. What else we got?
All right. I want to talk data because when I was covering sports technology 10 years ago, people thought I was like literally on bath salts. And they're like, why are you talking data and analytics on the field? I'm like, let me tell you something. This is going to be a thing. Now, being in tech or in sports, it's like data, 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 data. And I think the big push, still rightfully so, is 20% of all Americans, whether you're an elite athlete or not, are on fitness bands. Some sort of fitness device, whether it's an Oura Ring, whether it's a Whoop Band, whether it is an Apple Watch, everybody kind of has their preference. But what I found fascinating is in the world of professional sports, if you're paying an athlete millions of dollars, or if you're in at a collegiate level, now, and I'll use a very specific example, at the University of Miami, they have all the football players on Whoop Bands. And it has actually provided individualized analytics to the point where 70% of the athletes are actually staying with these new habits that are being formed. Because if you can have your heart rate variable, or if you can have your sleep intake, or see where you're not or you're falling short in a day, if you have these athletes and you can get this data at their fingertips, at a coach's fingertips, why not use it? University of Miami, 27% increase in sleep habits and better sleep for all athletes. Phenomenal. But I just
We
think
could
this
all
is,
use that around here with these hours.
right? Well, it used to be such a badge of honor to not get a lot of sleep. Remember that? You'd be like, oh, I just came off of 2-3 hours. Now it's
For
like you
you,
realize
yeah,
how
that's
great.
been-
For me, it's like 17 minutes. Great. I feel awesome. Okay, that's another story. That's an anomaly. Don't do what I do. Get a fitness band and get better sleep. But I think that's a really interesting thing too, because with the Whoop band too, it wakes you up at the optimal time. So you have haptic feedback when it knows when you're going to wake up and feeling great. You ever wake up feeling groggy? It's like the worst feeling ever.
It's pretty amazing if you get the same amount of sleep, you go to bed at the same time, but you wake up and one day you feel like crap and the next day you feel awesome and energized. It's so weird that happens, but that's all because of where you are in your REM cycle, right?
Yes. And here's the interesting part about fitness bands too. So I've been referencing the Whoop band, which is very popular with elite athletes and being used by a lot of different teams, a lot of different professional athletes. The CEO actually came out, and I'm paraphrasing here. He said, one day could we see this being brought into gambling too? Because when you have, I believe Patrick Mahomes is one of a Whoop athlete, and they actually shared his in-game analytics. So if you now see, and if it's being shared, analytics and heart rate or how hard you're working, if you're seeing that from an athlete, could that be used in gambling one day? I think that's really interesting. Betting on players' analytics.
Wow.
And then also for an athlete, you're like, well, I'm not giving that out. Like, where's the privacy?
Yeah.
So I think we're on the precipice of like a very interesting conversation and happening around athletes' data and athletes' privacy, but also for somebody watching the game, like, hey, that person's putting out 85%. Hustle up here.
Yeah, we watch Aaron Rodgers' heart rate go really high in the fourth quarters and his performance go really low and you start betting against it.
I think it was the Ryder Cup where NBC did this, and they had those bands on, and guys, as they were putting, you could see their heart going faster or not going faster. It was on the screen.
That's cool.
As they were standing over a ball for a big putt.
That's really cool.
And not standing over a ball for a putt, but in the other studio right behind us is Mraz, and his heart rate's at like 190.
It's high.
Right now? Standing?
Yeah. We're using Bluetooth to aggregate your data.
Don't scare me like that, because now my heart's beating faster that you said
I'm
that.
just here to deliver the reality, okay?
Yeah, you've had some very harsh realities for me today. Let's be real.
Because I want to keep it real with you, okay? I'm just here to deliver the information and the insights to keep you healthy, Mraz.
By the way, by this time next year, she's going to have a casket gadget. Show me what I can...
Yeah, we'll give you a Bluetooth gravestone or a Wi-Fi hotspot so lots of people visit you. We'll have it be 5G technology so it looks like you have a lot of guests all the time.
America's first tombstone with a 4K screen to watch all Mraz's antics from WatchDA.com over the last 10 years.
Bogush will deliver the Yagoogly. He's got that great voice.
How about this, Katie?
I'll drop dead. I will drop dead without those burritos.
Without the burritos. Not with or because of. Without the burritos.
That was with if DA took Chipotle down, which was a screed at one point. I can't live without those.
What is your last meal? Not to sidebar.
Rice cakes with sugar-free peanut butter.
No.
Did
you mean his like death meal or the last thing he ate?
Or breakfast.
Like you're eating, like you're going to the chair. What's your last meal?
Oh, I think you meant the last thing I ate. The last meal?
Wait, you just
pounds
ate
of fried
rice?
chicken cutlets, mashed potatoes, stovetop stuffing, and string beans with biscuits with butter.
You already have this figured out?
Oh, yeah.
It was last night.
Just in case.
It's Tuesday night.
It's a test run.
It's just in case.
I have it every night just to make sure.
In case anything goes wrong.
Raz's will is the fridge. He's got items in the fridge in the will.
Mraz is the only preparatory final meal.
Yeah, it's just
every single
anticipatory.
day.
Well, you never know when it'll be your last. That's a good way to look at it.
His kids have nothing in the will, but the beers in his fridge have been allocated to his friends correctly.
This box of Bob Evans mac and cheese to Taylor.
Danielle asks, why are you eating fried chicken cutlets every night? Honey, you never know. You never know what's going to be your last.
No one's promised tomorrow. And if someone was promising me, I've been ignoring it.
My face hurts from laughing so much. It's terrible.
Mraz is a giant bib with a turkey on it that says tomorrow's not promised.
Then he'll get some.
Get that made.
He'll get some endorsement deal after that.
Yeah. Zazzle sponsors this segment. You print. Oh gosh.
Okay. Any other tech that we got to go
Well,
over?
you know, I've time burglarized you with Mrazisms. But on the heels of this, I have to genuinely supply one of my favorite gadgets of the entire summer thus far, which is a bit of a digression from high tech. It's more of a consumer tech. And y'all hear me out. You know I'm on an ingredient kick, okay?
Yeah.
You can make your own homemade ice cream in less than 5 minutes.
Oh, that's a game
The
changer.
Ninja Creamy 7-in-1 homemade ice cream maker, under $200, has rocked my world. Smoothie bowls, ice cream, light ice cream, milkshakes, you name it, 5 minutes, about 4 to 5 ingredients. Amazing.
I can't stop thinking about ice cream, by the way. Like the last month, I've talked about this. For some reason, I'm totally consumed by ice cream. This makes legit ice cream.
Should we make one, like, next segment?
Yeah, we really should.
My favorite is peanut butter cup, peppermint stick, and Cinnabon. All natural, organic ingredients. I'm telling you, you feel great. You don't feel like you're going to die after you eat it. You know, when you go, listen, I love me some great ice cream stops. Don't feel great after them most of the time. It's because they're popping them with xanthan gum and lots of chemicals that I can't pronounce, and I'm working out too much to put that in my body, okay? It may sound snobby. I'm just keeping it real.
No, I appreciate that.
Right?
If you can,
Be in control of your ingredients.
I love that as a cause, but I also love the idea that I can make ice cream in 5 minutes instead of going to chase ice cream down at the ice cream guy or the ice cream stand to wait in line, and it's $8 for a sundae.
That's what I'm talking about. 4 to 5 ingredients typically, depending on the flavor. And then you have to freeze it for about 15 hours. Then you just put it in the machine. You press one button. It's the ice cream button. It whips it right up for you. I can't tell you how many pints I've made to date.
I'm writing this down. What is this?
No, don't write it down. We're gonna have an ice cream party next segment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're gonna do it.
Ice cream party. Let's do it.
Because
okay.
we didn't have our Christmas cookie
Yeah,
bake-off.
I know. That was a bummer.
That was a total bummer.
But okay, this will make up for it.
And actually, Bogus, your Christmas cookies were infamous.
Yeah, I remember, Kitty. Good to see you.
Okay,
Thanks for
thank
coming
you.
back.
Okay.
I had my Stella D'Oro ready.
Yeah, at least I made them. Pete bought them.
That's true.
Yeah.
Bought
Lottie
solid
really
cookies,
mailed it
though.
in.
I bought solid cookies.
So
Yeah, I
I could have
wasn't
bought better
fooled.
cookies than I made. I did the task.
That's true.
That's your fault.
Yeah. Are we really going to argue about Christmas 2018 right now?
Christmas in July, Mraz. Yeah, I know you're looking forward to that.